Love should feel safe. Love should not hurt. But sometimes love can be dangerous. This is my story. Love is supposed to be beautiful. Love is supposed to bring happiness. When I met Adrian, I believed in love. I believed in him. He was kind, charming, and made me feel special. I thought I had found the man of my dreams. I was wrong. At first, everything was perfect. He made me laugh, he listened to my thoughts, and he gave me all his attention. I thought he truly cared about me. But love can change. And when love turns dark, it becomes a trap. This is how I fell into a love I could not escape. I met Adrian on a rainy evening in a small bookstore. The air smelled of old pages and fresh coffee. The sound of soft music played in the background, making the moment feel magical. He was standing by the poetry section, running his fingers over the spines of books, his eyes scanning the titles like he was searching for something meaningful. When our eyes met, he smiled, a slow, confident smile that sent a shiver down my spine. He was handsome, with dark hair, sharp cheekbones, and piercing blue eyes. He wore a black coat that made him look like a mysterious character from a novel. We talked about books, about life, about dreams. His voice was deep and smooth, like a song I wanted to keep listening to. He made me laugh, made me feel special, as if we had known each other forever. We walked outside together, sharing an umbrella in the rain. The cold wind blew against us, but I felt warm with him beside me. That night, I thought I had found the perfect man. At first, everything was beautiful. Adrian made me feel like a queen. He sent me flowers every morning, wrote me long, poetic messages filled with love, and always wanted to be with me. He paid attention to every little thing I said and remembered details about my childhood, my favorite songs, my fears, my dreams. It felt like a dream, like a fairy tale. But dreams can change and fairy tales can turn dark. Slowly, Adrian became different. It started with small things, asking where I was, who I was with, what I was doing. At first, I thought it was sweet that he cared so much. He wanted to make sure I was safe. But soon his questions turned into demands. Why didn't you answer my call? Who were you laughing with? I don't like you talking to him. He would check my phone, asking about every message, every name. If I hesitated to answer, his face would darken, his jaw tightening as if he was holding back anger. His voice, once warm and gentle, became sharp and cold. He started controlling what I wore. That dress is too short. Why are you wearing makeup today? I don't like that shirt. It makes you look too friendly. At first, I changed to make him happy. But soon it felt like I wasn't myself anymore. I had to think before I spoke, before I laughed, before I even looked at someone else. One evening, a coworker, Mark, told me I did a great job on a project. It was a harmless compliment. But that night, Adrian showed up at my house unexpectedly. His hands were red, his jaw was clenched. His smile did not reach his eyes. "Stay away from him," he whispered, his voice calm but filled with something terrifying. Then he kissed me hard. It did not feel like love. It felt like control. Adrian slowly took over my life. My friends stopped calling because they said I had changed. My family felt distant, like they were on the other side of a glass wall. I started canceling plans, avoiding people, because Adrian made me feel guilty every time I spent time with someone else. He made sure I had no one but him. He picked me up from work so I wouldn't talk to anyone. He read my messages, controlled what I wore, and decided what I could do. Every time I tried to leave, he pulled me back. He cried, saying he couldn't live without me. He wrote me long, passionate letters about how I was the only one for him. He made me feel guilty for even thinking about leaving. Then one night I found something that changed everything. I was using his laptop when I saw a hidden folder. My heart pounded as I clicked it open. Inside were messages, conversations between Adrian and my friends, warning them to stay away from me. There were pictures of me at work, on the street, even inside my apartment. He had been watching me, controlling me all along. Every step I took, every word I said, he knew. I knew then I had to run. I reached out to an old friend in secret. We made a plan. I packed my bags and waited for the right moment. But Adrian was always watching. He knew something was wrong. His eyes followed me closely, his questions grew sharper. The night I tried to leave, he was there. He stood in my doorway, blocking my way. His eyes were dark, his face filled with fury and pain. "You are mine," he said. His voice was quiet, but the threat in it was loud. My hands shook as I stepped back. "No, Adrian. I am not." He grabbed my wrist, and I knew then that he would never let me go. I had to fight. There was shouting. There was pain. A struggle that felt like it lasted forever. He pushed me against the wall, his grip tightening. But I fought back. Kicked, I screamed. In the end, I broke free. I ran, my heart pounding, my breath sharp in my chest. I did not look back. I left everything behind. A new city, a new name, a new life. The past still haunts me. Some nights I wake up in a cold sweat, afraid that he is there. Every knock on the door makes my heart race. I check my windows twice before I go to bed. Even in a new place, I feel like he is watching me, waiting for me to slip, waiting for a moment to pull me back into his world. I have changed my phone number, deleted my social media, and cut off all connections to my old life. I cannot risk him finding me. I have a new job, new friends, but the fear still lingers in the back of my mind. When I walk home at night, I check every shadow. I listen for footsteps behind me. Sometimes I feel free. I sit in a cafe sipping coffee, watching people go by, and I remind myself that I am no longer trapped. I can laugh without fear, wear what I want, and go where I please. But then a memory of him creeps into my mind, a whispered threat, a tight grip on my wrist, his piercing blue eyes staring into mine. And I remember, love turned dangerous. I survived. I escaped. But I will never be the same. And as I watch the sun rise in my new home, I whisper to myself, never again. But deep down, I still wonder, what if he finds me? The story is over. Please support us by subscribing and liking to follow our channel. I hope you learned something new today. See you next time. Thanks for watching.